Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing a reissue set of a classic Transformer, Predaking. And that's coming up in just a few moments. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5R Show. I'm your host, and this is Raymond's Robots Reviews, Repairs, and Restorations. And today, we are reviewing Predaking, the reissue set. It's not the authentic original set, but here's the side of the box. You can see the toys here, and much better in the back. The bio is cut out like sort of like a set bio. Predaking here in all his glory, of course. On the side it shows you all 5 modes, robot modes and animal modes, and the construction of Predaking. Now Predaking is known as the animatron set. That's what, Predaking is. Let's get this opened and let's get started. So yeah, some of the things popped out, as you can see. Now let's start the review, but before we do that, let's pull them all out, and that way we can focus individually on each one. And we'll move the box aside. And now we can start. Now, I'd like to start out with Tantrum. And Tantrum has a really nice weight to it. It's got a good feel. The plastic, the metal, the materials used for the reissue version are high quality, in my opinion. They might even be, dare I say, better than the original quality. I'm sure these are sturdier and will not easily break like some of the originals. But anyway, so here we have Tantrum, the ox, and to transform him, you pull out his legs, insert the animal legs, pull out his robot feet, and then you pull up his chest, you pull down his arms, you put down the front feet, and you twist the head around. And there we have Tantrum. Next up will be the leader, which is Razor Claw, and he is also the main body. Now, once again, it's got nice weight to it. The feel of the plastic is really good. Even though some of the plastic is gold, it doesn't have that gold syndrome feel to it. It just feels sturdy all around. I'm not afraid to move that gold section, those gold plastic parts. They feel pretty good. So anyway, of course, Razor Claw here is a lion, and let's transform him then. Okay, so first you got to put in his feet, open up his robot feet, and take out his little feet, of course, his legs and his feet. Next up is the chest. You gotta swivel down the lion head over to the chest area, and then you pull out his arms. And his arms, they have that short arm feel to it. Those are some pretty short hands or arms there. But anyway, you pull them down, and then his head pops up. You can put his rear legs down. Not that it means much, but there you go. And that is Razor Claw. Up next is Headstrong, the Rhino. This guy has the most metal, is my opinion. He does have quite a bit of metal on him. His whole backside is just metal, you know. And this one is probably one of the easiest transformations, of course. So again, like Tantrum, you pull out the rear legs. You flip over the animal legs. And you flip these up to reveal the robot legs. The top section, the head of the Rhino flips backwards. The little robot head pops up forward. The chest, the front legs become his chest. And his side armor panels become his hands. And so once again, one of the most easy transformers to transform. One of the easier ones. Headstrong. Okay. Now to Rampage here. Okay, so Rampage here is a cougar or a panther. I'm not exactly sure. But, well, here's his tail. But anyway, so of course you put the tail back in. The quality of this one is nice. It's got some metal, of course, in it. Not as much as the other two, but this one has good quality. It's nice, good features. You know, some posability. You know, his legs. You can tell it's got good quality in there. The details are nice, of course. But anyway, let's get into the robot mode for this guy. So you put the tail in. You flip his legs straight up. And the beast legs, animatron legs go into the rear section, of course. Like that. And you flip open the robot legs. And then you take out the little feet, the robot feet. Okay. Then, once again, you flip over the animatron head. The robot head flips up. The side panels of the... Oh, sorry. First you have to put the front feet of the beast down to be able to pull out the robot arms. And then you can swivel the robot arms up and pull out his robot hands. There you go. You got Rampage there in robot mode. Okay. All right, now let's go on to the last but not least, Dive Bomb. Dive Bomb is made up of two sections, of course. Dive Bomb is made up of the wing section and the bird section, of course. So this bird, and again, it has some weight to it. Really, really nice weight. But the bird section, again, like I said, is made of two parts. And his wingspan is pretty good. It's really nice. It's, as you can see, really nice wingspan there. I think it's a vulture, of course. The quality of this guy is just wonderful. It's beautiful. You can open up his beak, as you can see there. It's got detail all over, just, you know, panel lines, and it's got his little swiveling up feet, his little tiny little feet right there. So a little bit of metal, of course, the waist section, you know. But anyway, let's get into the robot mode. Okay, so first we take the wing section out. And we'll put in the feet, animal feet in. Pull out the robot legs. And this one doesn't have robot feet, they just are part of the legs. Next, again, very simple, you just pop up the head. You pull out the arms, the side boosters or whatever they're called, and this one has intricate arms. This is really nice detail for this one. Dive Bomb has probably the best arms out of all the Predacons. And then his tail still becomes a tail, but it just swivels up. And it stays there, you know. Now, of course, you put his wings back in, but you close them. And that is Dive Bomb. Okay. So up next is we're going to be turning him into Predaking. Okay, and so again, all the Predacons in their robot modes. Now, they all did come with a set of weapons, of course, for each and every one of them, except Razor Claw's main sword is missing. But anyway, I'll find it someday. Okay, so we have Razor Claw's main cannon. We have Predaking's 2 fists. We have Predaking's 2 feet. And we have Predaking's head. And so let's build Predaking. And in order to build Predaking, we're going to have to transform them all back into robot mode, or I'm sorry, beast mode. So just quickly transform these, and this one will go into that feet panel. There you go. And so that section fits in that way. So there's one finished. The next one would be a tantrum. Of course, you put his head down, you put his arms in. Okay. Okay, and then you just simply tab those 2 pegs right there. And that's it. And so you've got the 2 feet ready. Next is Razor Claw, of course. And you put his feet in, of course. You put the legs in. And you put in his arms, or his fist in, but you leave his arms out. The chest piece remains in the same location, and the head remains in the same location. The only difference here is that this time we're going to be turning the waist around. Now, unfortunately, mine does not have the sticker details there. I don't know why, but they must have not put them in. The other difference is that you're going to slide out his 2 legs, and they will be wider for a wider stance. Now, of course, you have 2 pegs here, and you peg it in. Same for Headstrong. Peg it in. All right. Now, next will be, of course, Rampage. So again, you put the feet in. You close up the robot legs. You open the front legs up just a tad bit out of the way. Straighten those out. You close up the fists, of course. You leave the head where it's at, but you close the arms and you put them back in. And of course, these legs always interfere, so you have to close that, pull these down, close these in, and leave these out down here. Okay, now this one, Rampage, has a square peg that you pull out. That's the combined limb mode there. But aside from that, you gotta close the head down, of course. Sorry, and you can leave it here, or you can leave it up, I guess. Whatever you care about, but I'll just leave it there. Now, of course, this will be the right limb, so we need the right fists. And the fists do have the R there. This is compression squeezed. So you put this in and you jam it in. You see that? And so now you have this fist ready to go. And next thing you do is you plug it into the main body. Now it might slide that in, but that's how you plug that in. Now, last but not least, one of, like I said, the best one that I think is a really cool one is a dive bomb. And what you do with dive bomb, of course, is you're going to pull out the wing section, put it aside. You will close the head, the robot head, and angle it. You'll angle it. You will close the fist, which are very, very simple to do, very easy, and you slide them in. Very easy. Next thing you do is you pick up the tail and you close his legs. Finally, the tail goes back down. The waist is turned around. The combined peg is pulled out, and you do the same thing where you will compress the fist, which is the left fist. You compress it here between the legs, and you compress it. Now again, the tail mode, the tail has to go here. Here's the fist. And so your limb has to look like this. And then finally, you plug it in. Okay, now of course we're not done with dive bomb yet. We pull out his limb connector from the rear. You open up these wing tab sections and you open the wings up halfway. You turn Predaking around. Okay, so on the back of Razor Claw you have his front legs that act as supports to hold up the dive bomb backpack, his wings. And you have his wings in place there. Last but not least, of course, is Predaking's head, which slides over Razor Claw's head. And then, of course, he needs a weapon. So Razor Claw's weapon is actually the double barrel. But when Predaking mode, Predaking's weapon is his main cannon, which is Razor Claw's weapon transformed. And that connects to the tail of Dive Bomb, as shown there. Okay, guys, and then there is Predaking. And I'll tell you something. As a kid, I remember every kid on the block wanted Predaking. And we, in the US, of course, we did not have the gift set that Japan did. Japan was the only place that you can get the Predaking gift set. Japan had them both ways. We only got them in single packages. But anyway, we are finished. This is the Predaking G1 reissue set from Takara Tomy. This video is dedicated to my friend David Rojo Villarreal. May he rest in peace. God keep him. I miss him. Known him for 30 years and now he's gone. People are the number one important thing on this planet. So I never got a chance to say goodbye. I never got a chance to talk to him afterwards. But I want to say that he's in a better place. I don't want to end this video on a sour note or a sad note, but I know that David enjoyed this toy the most. I could see him with it for a long time. He would just play with it, transform it back and forth, back and forth. I was like, you know, well, I wouldn't say anything really because I was right there with him doing the same thing, you know. It's going to be tough to say goodbye to him. David was the reason I had not been able to make a video for a while. When you lose someone close to you that you've known for 30 years, it's going to be kind of tough, you know. So I was not sure what to do next, but I knew that I needed to pay my respects to David. Wherever you are, David, I miss you, man. I'm sorry that we had the falling out. You should have been here in Japan with me selling tacos. God bless you, and God bless his mom, Mary Rojo, his brother, Raul Rojo, and his sister, Ruby Rojo. And I love you guys all. Janet, of course, I know you miss him the most. Janet was his wife. I hope that you're all blessed and safe. I'd like to thank you all today for coming to the 5-Hour Show. I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to ask you to please consider subscribing, share, like, comment. Remember, people are the most important thing on this planet. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the 5-Hour Show. One of the limbs, of course, of the Predaking. And to show you, let me put this aside just a bit. Got feel to it. It's a nice construction. You can feel the weight. Of course, it's die cast, so you can just feel it, okay? But anyway, let's go on to cut.